Hello everybody, this is a grumpy old guy gaming, and we're taking a look at Magic the Gathering, doing a little Duels of the Planeswalkers 2013, I believe. So this game, coming up on 9 years old, as it would have been out in 2012. Haven't really updated any of the decks since back when I played it, and I was a much more active Magic player 9-10 years ago than I am now. Mostly the stuff just collects dust upstairs. I do remember Black-White kind of being my jam, so I'm going to get into a game here with the Black-White Exalted Darkness deck. I made a couple augments and tweaks when I played, but I can't remember too much of what I actually did here. But I thought this might be a fun game to show off and, get something in the card game section that isn't just Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. Something enjoyable, and until I could get a live action set up here for my Magic stuff, at least put it out there. Not liking this hand outright. Probably going to draw a new hand simply because I got one land and all my spells are costing at least, 2-3. So yeah, that's an easy pitch. We got one of each land, Aven Squire, Knight of Infamy, an Unmake, a Sublime Archangel, and Infinity. So yeah, if we could draw into a couple things here, we're in excellent shape. I like this hand. Looks like my opponent Eva is going first. They've got a mono green deck, which means just green mana only. I'm going to play a Plains, and that's really the only thing I can do here. So we're just going to go through all of the time phases there. I expect second turn here, the AI is going to have a spell to play. And it is a Ring of Colonia, gives a creature trample and allows them to accumulate +1/+1 counters. From the upkeeps, that could be a bit of an issue. Even more importantly, we hit our fourth land. If we could hit a second Plains, we'll be cruising. But I am going to go ahead here. I'm going to drop the Knight of Infamy for pure power. If they would have had a creature out, I think the Aven Squire would have probably been the best play, so we had the Elusive Attacker ready turn 3. This deck works off the Exalted mechanic, so a big part of the mechanic is building up an army of small creatures to support Soul Attacker each turn. Eva's playing a Wood Elves, which is going to allow her to put an extra forest into play. Only a 1/1 creature here, but that extra forest is going to allow her to be put to the Ring of Colonia. Decisions. Do believe the best play for us is this Evolving Wilds, which we are probably going to go ahead and activate for our Plains. First things first, let's go ahead and cast our Aven Squire. Going into combat. And we're going to go ahead and declare with our Knight of Infamy. Now what's going to happen is when we declare, it's going to run through the checks, and since it's the only one attacking, it's going to get a +1/+1 from its own Exalted ability and +1/+1 from Aven Squire's ability. Gets in unopposed, so that's 4 quick damage. Let's go ahead and activate the Evolving Wilds now for a play. That'll come into play tap. If I was a little less rusty, I would have probably waited and done something fancy like done it in response to one of Eva's things, but I didn't want to miss it and I didn't want to press the wrong thing. Okay, Roaring Primadox. It's a 4/4 creature that requires Eva to return a creature they control to its owner's hand each turn. So sort of a big creature with a drawback. They've also got the Wood Elves up to 2/2 thanks to the upkeep check. They'll attack and we'll let the damage through. We're not even touching that. That's fine. 18 is fine. They've still got 3 in hand. We're actually sitting pretty flush now. Time for us to drop our big creature, and it's the Sublime Archangel. It's a 4/3 flyer with another instance of Exalted, and it says other creatures we control have Exalted, which is in fact going to put a second instance on each our Aven Squire and our Knight of Infamy. So we're going to go ahead and drop that down. Now we're going to go in and see if we can't just bait some serious block out of this. If we can get them to block with the Primodox, it means they wasted their ability to combo the Primodox, returning the Wood Elf to their hand every turn for free forests. And this should actually draw a block rather handily, because now the Knight of Infamy is a 4/3 just on its own. It's going to become a 6/5 off of the Aven Squire, get all the way up to 7/6 with the Sublime Archangel in play. I can't see them wanting to take 7 damage here. And yet they do. So that's down to 9, and we're happy to see that. Now all of a sudden we are very much in control of this, and we could actually consider swinging for lethal damage next turn. They did in fact get a +1/+1 counter on the Primodox and return the Wood Elves to their hand. I'm going to play a Bond Beetle, which is going to put a +1/+1 on target creature when it comes into play. That is also going on the Primodox. So not for nothing, but they'll be swinging for 6 here with that Roaring Primodox, and I am, even with 2 green mana available and the potential for a boost, I'm just going to let that roll. There we are down to 12, and they've got no flying defense. Really about the only thing they could potentially have is a Plummet, which would destroy target flying creature. And if we swung with the Archangel, that could be a pretty big issue. So I think I'm actually going to play this turn somewhat cautiously. And as tempting as it is to swing in with the Archangel for lethal, I do believe what I'm going to do is swing with the Knight of Infamy again. Not going to play the Divinity of Pride outright, because we still have that unmake in the hand, and we can use that to thwart the Primodox rather handily. But first I want them to exhaust as much mana as they can, and I think they would be bouncing the Bond Beetle back, honestly, yeah. Sacrificial Wood Elves there, that diminishes the numbers and makes the choice of returning the Bond Beetle pretty easy. And yeah, we'll just call the turn there. Sure enough, Bond Beetle goes back. Ring of Colonia makes the Primodox a 7/7. Speaking of 7, they now have 7 cards in play, and they're going to play a Primordial Sage. 4/5 creature. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you may draw a card. That's pretty huge, actually. Now they're going to get a free draw off of the Bond Beetle, which is fair, but it also taps them out and means that we can go ahead and swing with the Angel next turn, rather free of charge. Going to stop the timer right there to play our fast effect. It's an instant here. Old school mana, the speed would have been interrupt speed. We're going to choose to play Unmake, targeting the Roaring Primodox. That removes it from the game or exiles it and saves our health for a turn. Now our opponent is tapped out with 0 chance of stopping us. which means it's gratuitous damage time. We're going to cast an Exalted Squire, which is a 0. Is it a 0? No, it's a 1/1 with Exalted. And we're going to cast a Divinity of Pride. It's a 4/4 with flying and lifelink that gets +4/+4 if my health is at 25 or higher, which it isn't. But that's 3 more instances of Exalted on the board, thanks to the Sublime Archangel, who's going to be my sole attacker for the turn. Eva has no flying defense and has no mana to cast any spell. So you're going to see a ridiculous boost in power here, as we're going to get a +8/+8 to a 4/3 creature. There you have it, 12/11 swinging over top, and that's going to be the ball game. We'll play one just to see if I had a draw that good, or if Eva's deck is just matched that terribly to this one. It's entirely possible. I did go to like F&M's for about a year and a half. My buddy had a shop, and we'd play up there, and I found a lot of times that green decks just did not have much of a chance. Speaking of not much of a chance, my god, are we coming out of the gate fast with this. We've got one of each basic, a plains and a swamp, so that's a good start. We have 3 1-drops in the opening hand, a pair of Exalted Squires, which you can see them there, handing the lands up to the knight, and a Duty-Bound Dead, which is, you know, the most Halloween of artworks, just skeletal fighter dude. Also left-handed swordsman. Regenerates for a black and 3 others, but it is 3 1-drop Exalteds to lead us off here, and the Divinity, which we'll be working towards. We're totally keeping that hand, and Eva is once more playing first. Depending on their first turn, tells us what creature we're going to drop. 3 lands, so we're feeling real good outright. Let's go ahead and drop a plains, drop an Exalted Squire. And next turn we'll actually be able to follow up with both the second Squire and the Duty-Bound Dead, meaning that we're going to be swinging with a 4/4 on turn 2. Thorn-Wheeled Archer. Cards from that era, 2/1 reach and death touch. Not much we could do there but take it on the chin and just try and get it out of our way as quickly as possible. We could wait until we had 4 mana and take it down with the Duty-Bound Dead, but time is of the essence, because as we saw in that last game, Eva's deck can spit out some scary big creatures with fantastic effects if we let it. So the key here is going to be sort of keep the tempo up, keep the aggression up, and if we have to trade 4 damage on this turn to get rid of the Death Toucher, so be it. If they let 4 damage go, we're happy with that as well. As expected, that's an easy block to make. You're saving 20% of life on that, and it does diminish our attack potential for the following turn. We drew a second Divinity of Pride that turn. We drew foil, I think. What else? So they're getting the extra mana battery rolling. But nothing else coming. Now 1 green mana does mean they have enough for a potential boost. And I mean, we'll just have to see if they got it. Let's go on the milder side here, attacking with the Duty-Bound Dead. We had our choice of a 3/3 Exalted Squire or a 2/4 Duty-Bound Dead. I feel slightly better about the 2/4 Duty-Bound. Yep, giant growth. So 4/4. 1 shy of the mana to regenerate. just have to see how it plays out after. Right now, the straight aggression game not working out too well, but we are burning some resources out of Eva's hand. Eva plays an Ambassador Oak, which is a 3/3 Treefolk Warrior that's going to also give her a 1/1 green Elf Warrior creature token. So now all of a sudden we find ourselves on the wrong side of the creature advantage. We're going to let that Wood Elves go by because trading 1/1s does us very little good at this moment. Hope to draw something a little better than a Whisper Silk Cloak in this situation, but it at least gives us a play to get out there. The Whisper Silk Cloak will actually be quite advantageous to us if we can get it on a Divinity of Pride. It will make the Divinity unblockable and give it Shroud, which means the opponent can't target it with spells or effects. For now, though, we just kind of have to sit on our laurels until we get to that magical 5th mana. And here comes the Primadox, and as we know, the Primadox is going to combo off really well with the comes into play abilities of Yuva's army. The Ambassador Oak is the easy choice out of that one because it's going to keep dropping elf tokens. That's a tough call. I think the Squire has to block the Wood Elves just to get rid of them. So we're kind of taking it on the chin here early. What I thought was going to be a real nice quick hand. It really working against us more than anything. And we have got to get a Divinity of Pride out there. So the Evolving Wilds is going to have to wait a turn. And now we have a 4/4 flyer with lifelink. Well, they chose Pure Power there and bounced the token back. Going to play an Acidic Slime, which is going to destroy target artifact, enchantment, or a land. So there goes the Whisper Silk Cloak. I can't imagine they would let the Whisper Silk Cloak live. And that gives another fantastic resource for them to drop on the returning ability of the Primadox. Just return the Acidic Slime every turn and take out our land from underneath us. Hold a Demonic Tutor. That is pretty clutch, actually. First off, let's play our Evolving Wilds. Go ahead, activate for Planes for the sake of balance. Now let's play our Demonic. What do we want to grab here? Unmake would be a very easy call. Vindicate would be a very easy call. I also saw a Royal Assassin there, and that could just be the gift that keeps on giving for us. Mortify. I'm mainly looking this over for my own sake because my goodness, do I not remember what I have in here. See an Angel of Despair. Absolutely love that card. Debtor's Knell. This is a very me deck. I think we're going with the old Royal Ass there, the Royal Assassin. Let's go play it out. And again, we're at risk of a plummet here, which I believe was in this game. 2-mana instant, destroy target creature with flying, but desperate times, you know? We're gonna swing and hope that instant doesn't hit. Looks like we're safe. So that's 4 points to Eva and 4 points back to our hit point total. now it's 16 to 15. Liking that feeling. Primadox bouncing the acidic slime. Saw that coming. Acidic slime's coming after a land. It was sort of dealer's choice as to whether to swap for planes, and interestingly, no tap there. I guess they just did not want to tap any of their resources. So we're going to go ahead into combat here, and we are going to keep chucking Divinity at the opposition. Because there's no reason not to. Now our Royal Assassin has lost Summoning Sickness, which means it is able to tap instantly to respond to any declared attacker. And Yiva is on the back foot. We're now up 19 to 12 with 2 divinities out there. Another Ambassador Oak cast. No big worry for us. Still respecting the Assassin. Royal Ass coming through. Let's go ahead and hold on to the Knight of Glory for now. Swing with a pair of divinities, making sure that even if they do have a spell in hand, they can only take one of them. Looks like we're getting through with both, and that is a serious problem for Yiva. Puts Yiva down to 4, and with our life total getting up to 27, that makes both of the divinities 8/8s. Now we'll cast the Knight of Glory to give us a chump blocker, if you will. And between the Knight of Glory and the Royal Assassin, I don't see them finding a way to do 27 damage to us anytime soon. So we started out with a hand that I thought looked really, really nice. Found ourselves in trouble, but exhausting Yiva's resources, and turned it around from a pretty murky situation with a chance tutor into a Royal Assassin. Another Ambassador Oak. And once again giving them numbers superiority, but numbers don't mean much if you're not gonna act. Ooh, insult to injury. We top deck a Vindicate, destroys a permanent for a black, a white, and one other sorcery speed, but oh, so choice. Our choice is going to be just to swing. We're throwing both divinities at them, and really nothing else. Just saying, hey, if you can stop it, stop it. Not going to be the case, though. So yeah, that's going to do it for that deck. That was 2-0 against Yiva's green deck. We'll go back to the main menu there. Don't want to stay on too long here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, Magic the Gathering, 25 years for me in that game. Enjoyed the heck out of it. Still occasionally enjoy playing it, but nowhere near what I did when I had, time and focus to play it regularly and really get into it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this, and much like the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, don't expect it super frequently, but maybe once or twice a month I'll bring up a card game thing. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.